A chatbot can console a grieving stranger with comforting words, prompting us to wonder, are we speaking with something that understands us, or is it just a system predicting the next likely word? The question at the heart of this story is unsettled, dividing scientists and shaping debates on ethics and trust. To truly grasp what's happening when machines seem to feel, we first need to see where intuition ends and probability begins. A single message, written by a machine, appears on the screen saying, "I'm so sorry for your loss. Grief can feel overwhelming, but it's okay to take things one day at a time. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here to listen." The words arrive instantly, gentle and composed, as if shaped by someone who truly understands what it means to hurt. The person on the other end pauses, reading the message again. The comfort feels real, so real that, for a moment, the line between human and machine blurs. In that quiet exchange, the chatbot's response seems to carry genuine empathy, as if a spark of understanding has passed through the wires. But what exactly is happening beneath those carefully chosen words? The urge to believe the machine gets it is strong. This first impression, so convincing, so easy to trust, raises a puzzle that sits at the heart of artificial intelligence. When a system sounds human, does it really understand? Or is it just mimicking what it's learnt from millions of conversations? Beneath the surface of every convincing AI response lies a machine tuned for one purpose: predicting what comes next. Large language models break down text into tokens, tiny units like syllables or whole words, and at each step the model calculates a probability for every possible next token. This is not a process of thought, but of mathematics. Imagine a bar graph, each bar representing the likelihood of a word following the last. The model might choose the highest bar, called the argmax, for a predictable answer, or sample from the top choices for variety. Techniques like top K and top P sampling let engineers balance between creativity and coherence, shaping whether the output sticks closely to the most likely words or sometimes takes a leap. Underneath, hundreds of transformer layers weigh the entire context and adjust predictions in real time. The entire system is trained by minimizing loss, a measure of how often its guesses are wrong across trillions of words. As the loss curve drops, the model becomes a better predictor, not a thinker. There is no awareness, no feeling, only the relentless pursuit of the most probable next step. A single prompt can reveal both the brilliance and the blind spots of a language model. Given a complex medical question, say details about a well-known antibiotic study, the model produces a fluent, detailed answer complete with statistics and confident recommendations. The response sounds authoritative, echoing the language of published research, but a closer look exposes a problem. The cited study, O'Dwyer et al., on antibiotics for lower respiratory tract infections does not exist. The numbers, the names, even the journal references were fabricated from statistical echoes in the training data. Probability bars behind the scenes show high confidence in each invented fact, as if the system cannot distinguish reality from resemblance. A machine learning researcher points out that this is not a rare glitch. The same model, moments earlier, solved a logic puzzle with apparent reasoning, yet now stumbles on a basic truth check. The illusion of intelligence is powerful, but these breakdowns reveal how quickly trust can be misplaced. Each impressive answer carries the risk of a convincing error, reminding us that fluency is not the same as understanding. A few lines of text, a friendly tone, and the right turn of phrase. Suddenly, a machine feels almost alive. This effect isn't just clever engineering, it is a reflection of how our minds work. When language sounds fluent and responses seem tuned to our emotions, people instinctively read intention and understanding behind the words. Decades of psychology research show that humans are wired to spot agency, even in simple patterns or random shapes. Large language models take this a step further. Trained on massive troves of conversations, stories, and technical manuals, they can echo the full range of human expression, comfort, wit, even apparent empathy. The result is a seamless mimicry, powered by scale, that triggers our built-in bias to see a mind at work. This perception gap, the tendency to attribute real understanding where there is only pattern recognition, sits at the heart of why AI feels so human. and why the debate over machine intuition is so charged. Chain of thought reasoning, once a rare feat for machines, now appears with a simple prompt. Let's think step by step. During OpenAI's Reasoning Friday, engineers watched as the accuracy of GPT 3.5 on the GSM 8K math benchmark soared from 17% to 78% when guided to show its work. Some researchers see this as proof of an emerging ability, an echo of human intuition built from patterns alone. Others, like Gary Marcus, argue that no matter how convincing the reasoning, it remains surface mimicry without true understanding. Jan LeCun counters that these emergent skills hint at a new kind of statistical intuition, one that grows as models scale. In the Oxford Union debate, audiences split. Computer scientists lean toward optimism, while humanities scholars remain skeptical. The question, prediction, or understanding remains open, fueling both excitement and caution across the field. AI systems now shape decisions in places where trust and accuracy matter most. In 2023, the nonprofit Coco tested a chatbot for mental health support. 78% of users described its responses as empathetic, yet clinical measures showed no real improvement in well-being. In newsrooms, CNN ran a pilot using AI to draft finance articles. Out of roughly 1,200 published pieces, editors found a 3.2% error rate, enough to lower reader trust when stories were labeled as generated by AI. Policymakers are responding. The EU's AI Act now requires companies to disclose how these systems are trained and to flag content generated by AI. Each deployment raises new questions. How much should we rely on machines that only predict? Who is responsible when mistakes slip through? The debate over understanding is no longer academic. It shapes the rules that govern our digital lives. Today, machines simulate conversation with uncanny realism, yet the line between prediction and understanding remains unresolved. As AI shapes decisions and trust, the real question now is, what will we choose to believe?